Hi, I'm Chad Wunderlich with Viking Pump, and this is part 2 of the top 10 weirdest applications where a Viking pump has been used. Prepare yourself as we discuss the top 5 applications. Now, as we discussed last time, when we consider what makes an application unique, we looked at the liquid itself, how it's being used, and the installation setup and location. After watching, you may have other ideas of great application stories, and we'd love to hear about those too. Next up on our list is weird application number 5, bulk box formaldehyde. Years back, one of Viking Pump's OEM partners ordered a high number of LVP series stainless steel vane pumps, which was odd considering the pumps they usually ordered. When asked what they would be pumping, they said they were selling skids that would package formaldehyde in plastic-lined boxes, just like boxed wine, but way less delicious. These boxes of formaldehyde would eventually be sold to customers for preserving lab specimens, lab disinfectant, and yes, even mortuaries for embalming fluid. Okay, back to a more pleasant application. Did you know that an average maple tree produces 10 to 20 gallons of sap every year, and that it takes 35 to 50 gallons of raw sap just to create 1 gallon of syrup? For the most part, this process of harvesting the sap has remained the same for over a century. This means a lot of trees and a lot of hours to gather sap by hand. But some parts of the world have modernized, and here's where Viking pumps come in. In this example, a single pump is connected to a whole network of tubes connecting a forest of 4,500 trees. This removes a ton of the labor and actually even boosts the rate at which the sap is produced. You like elephants? How about the circus? Of course you do, and that brings us to number 3. In the 1950s, Viking Pump published an article about a water truck fitted with a Viking pump that was used to deliver water to thirsty elephants for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. As if that wasn't interesting enough, decades later, Viking Pump distributor Crane Engineering assisted with the repair of an even older Viking pump that was used on a 1920s Mack water truck. This truck, now retired from the circus, resides at the Wisconsin Circus World Museum in Baraboo and still gets used to this day. Weird application number 2 brings you Viking pumps, molten lava, and Star Wars, all to the same place. Back in the 1970s, a special effects company in California bought a Viking pump. Now that reason has since been lost to time, but decades later, Viking Pump distributor Coker Pump received a request from Lucasfilms on rebuilding that original pump in order to make it pump translucent resin. Combine that resin with a little creative lighting and a whole lot of CGI, and you have yourself some lava. This lava was used to create Mustafar, the fictional planet setting featured in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Up until this point, you've heard a list of 9 unique applications, and we had a whole bunch of honorable mentions beyond that. So how can we top those? Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. Here is our weirdest application to date. Gooey Ducks, the world's largest burrowing clam. Now the clams themselves are not being pumped, but water around them is. Apparently, Gooey Duck hunters wait for low tide and then use Viking pumps to carefully remove water and sand so the Gooey Ducks can be harvested without damaging their siphon, which can extend more than a foot out from their shell. It's important not to damage the Gooey Ducks as they are a delicacy and can fetch as much as $20 to $30 per pound in overseas markets. Well, I hope you had fun. I sure did. Remember, if you have a weird or unique Viking pump application, please give us a call. This is important stuff. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our website to learn more.